The following Let's Play has been rated for mature audiences only. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found, Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, I was in the middle of the cooking quest, and I finally figured out how I was supposed to use those recipes by placing them on these pedestals. So I used the hibachi on this pedestal, and I was about to check whether I still had the hibachi when suddenly RPG Maker 3 locked up. And looking at this, no, the hibachi is not in my inventory anymore. The hibachi is something that I can use to trade on the trading quest, so the fact that it's gone kind of makes me wonder what happens if I get rid of the other item, the brazier. Will getting rid of that make it impossible to continue trading? I swear there's somebody who is willing to give you a random item to just help you along with getting the trading quest going, but I can't remember who it is. Well, anyway, since I already placed a hibachi here, let's see here. What's the recipe real quick? The recipe, it was the Mongolian beef thing. Beef strips, sugar, and rice noodles. Well, there's the rice noodles, there's the beef strips, and there's the sugar. So if I cook, will those go out of my inventory too? Let's see. Will you prepare the hibachi for the beef strips, the sugar, and the rice noodles? Yes. Okay, yeah. You have found all the components, etc. Will you prepare it now? What was the point of saying, yes earlier? You have successfully made the Mongolian beef. Now what? Ah, finally. I knew you could do it. The first dish has been made and it looks great. Don't give up now, though. You still have 3 more to make. Alright, so in order to actually move on with the quest and, you know, actually feed people, I need the other recipes made. Oh, there we go. I can remove the hibachi. Now that I have made the Mongolian beef. Mongolian beef, that's the recipe. And there's the actual meal. Alright, so that doesn't break the trading loop. Alright, so what's the other thing? Let's see, this pedestal has a special heating surface which was designed to be used with a brazier. Will you place your brazier here? It's Aladdin's lamp. You have found the pork cutlet recipe. Will you prepare the hibachi for the beef strips, the sugar, and the rice noodles? I thought I was using the brazier. Yeah. And then now I don't get what the will you prepare yes and then will you prepare yes again? What? I don't get it. Obright, explain that to me. What does the first option do? You have successfully prepared the pork cutlet. Will you remove the brazier? Yes. So now I can trade off the brazier and hibachi in order to get the other cooking items. So do you say something different now that I've obtained 2 meals? Nay! You've made 2 dishes. You're halfway there. Okay, so you do say something different. Cool. Alright, now I'm going to save just in case I lock up again. And then I'm going to go back on the trading loop and see what I can do about getting those other 2 cooking items. If I'm lucky, they can be traded for with the items that I have at this very moment. Thinking on it, the reason why I might be thinking that somebody will give you an item for the trade loop, starting or restarting it, I might be actually confused. I might be thinking of somebody gives you a healing item, an infinite supply of healing items, and I can't remember who it was. I thought it was one of these girls, but they're not giving me anything, so maybe not. Anyway, let's see. Are you Marley? Yes. At last, somebody with a hibachi has come around. It's about time. I love to cook steaks on one of these, but every time I use mine, someone smells it and comes and steals it. It makes the whole house smell like grease when I bring it in, so oh well. I'll just trade for a new one whenever I make a new steamer. Here, let me trade you for one of them, you know, to cook veggies. Trade the hibachi for the steamer? Yes. It's some people call it a steam tower, but it's just a steamer. Alright, so the only person looking for a brazier is Tonk, and she'll trade it for the coated wire, so let's see, yep. Coated wire. Now who wants the coated wire? Oh, that's right, Lars wanted the coated wire. He would give me a walk for it. I actually had the walk earlier, but then I traded the walk away because I was trying to figure out how to acquire more than 2 trading items, which I guess isn't actually possible. Alright, back to Zinnia's house. Let's see. This pedestal has a heating surface that was made specifically for use with a walk. Will you place your walk here? Yes. That looks like a bracelet. It probably is a bracelet. I bet you whenever I pull the camera behind it to get a good look, the camera's just going to push in front of it and I'll get a view over my head. No. Oh, yep, there it went. Well, it almost worked. Let me see here. Get back down there. Can you... Yep, that is a bracelet. Oh well, you just gotta work with what you have. Let's see. You have found the Neptune platter recipe. Will you prepare the wok for the fresh herbs, hot peppers, and seafood? I don't know why you're asking me still. You have all of the components necessary to make the Neptune platter. Will you prepare it now? Yes. That's why I set them there. Successfully made the Neptune platter, and we can remove the wok. Then come over here. Specially designed for use with the steamer. Let's see. Will I prepare the steamer? Yes. Will I prepare the food? Yes. Successfully made the veggie sashimi. Apparently the steamer is a bottle with a corkscrew on top. That's kind of dangerous. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot to check my cooking items if I still had them all. Nope. Apparently cooking the meals cooked the ingredients. I'm going to assume that I don't need to re-cook them, because I wouldn't know where to reacquire the ingredients except for a couple of them from the girl by the vegetable stand. And that's not the infinitely spawning items that I'm talking about. Someone in town gives you an MP healing item infinitely. Can't remember who it is. Let's see. Quest. Oh, I forgot to check what she says after 3 items instead of 4. Oh well. Wonderful! You have made all 4 dishes. We can now move on to the next part of our quest. We need to attract some customers. Alright. I know this means talking to everybody in town. But whatever, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway, even if it's time consuming. Hopefully there won't be too many distractions along the way. Okay, now that all 4 dishes have been prepared, the time has come to attract some customers for our big grand opening. There are 4 regulars here in town that ate at the tavern all the time, and I know for a fact that you can get them to come back again if you let them try these meals. Only trick is, all 4 of the people have dishes that they like and dishes that they don't. They'll still probably show up no matter what you give them when they find the tavern find out that the tavern is open again, but the point is to generate as much good publicity as possible in order to keep the sales up. I was always in the kitchen, so I can't remember who liked what, but I do remember that Brogan liked meat and Florence liked vegetables. Well, good luck. Interesting. In that case, I should save, because if I mess up, I'm going to reset. I don't care if it's cheating, it's a viable strategy. I know at the very least, I don't have to talk to everybody in town, it's just 4 people, so we'll see how quickly this goes. Now let me double check this. Alright, good, she actually repeats the quest information. Who was it that liked vegetables? Brogan likes meat, and I'll worry about that whenever it becomes nighttime. Florence liked vegetables. Oh, I know who that is. That's this person right out here, who's always looking at vegetables. Now, which meal was it that had all the veggies? If I had to guess, it's probably the veggie sashimi. Let's see. Can I cook for you? Feed. Oh yeah! I heard that the tavern might be opening again. Where'd you hear that? So you want me to try some food so I can tell you if it's as good as Mr. Tang's was? Okay, but I'm kinda picky. That's really interesting that they only want certain meals. I figured it'd be like, flirting and playing music, where you only have to worry about the one flirt and the one song. But no, we actually had to figure out which of these people likes which things. Let's see. Veggie sashimi. Haha, well, you certainly know me. This is exactly what I like to eat the most at the tavern. Now let's see here. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Mmm. These are cooked and seasoned perfectly. Steamed veggies are the way to go, man. It brings out the flavor at the vegetables and keeps the great texture at the same time. Wow, this is great. It's as good as Mr. Tang's was. Famous or cooked by increased by 10. Alright, so instead of having to have like good cooking tools and supreme cooking tools, the fame increasing is determined by whether you give them the right meal. Just for the fun of it, I'll have to find out what would happen if I gave her the meatiest meal I have. Which is the meatiest meal that I have anyway. Let's see. Obviously not that. Let's see. Pork, spices, white rice, beef, sugar, rice, seafood. All 3 of these have meat. So which one is it that Brogan would want? I don't know, but I'm saving again. Oh wait, what happens if I choose to feed you again? Gotta check that. Oh, that's okay. I'm still full from what I've just eaten. Don't worry though, now that I know that the tavern is about to be open again, and I know how good the food will be, I'll definitely eat there again. Speaking of which, that's probably what this place is, the tavern. Over here, this building that's been locked the whole time and I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing with it, the Cask and Anchor. Yeah, that's probably the restaurant. Alright, so I'm gonna go save and figure out who else it is that wants to eat stuff. Alright, here's another person I can feed. Chester. Hey, hey! So it's true, the restaurant is going to open again. Hot! I haven't been eating right lately, and the food at the Cask and Anchor always made me feel great. I hope the food they have there is as good as it was now that Mr. Tang is gone. What's that? You want me to try some? Well, okay, I'll just tell you myself if it's as good. I have the option of giving him the veggie sashimi again? Other than a girl? Do I have... Okay, what happens if I choose that even though I already gave it to somebody? Because I think I assume I gave it to somebody. Well, this wasn't my favorite thing to get from the tavern, but hey, at least it's not seafood. I hate most seafood. Okay, like I said, I'm not too big on eating just veggies, but I'll give this a try. Crunch, crunch. This isn't too bad. I don't like the mushy vegetables, but these are crunchy. The sauce is pretty good too. I may not get this, but I'll go to the tavern now. Alright, so that only gives me 4. Well, now that I know that he hates seafood, I'm gonna reload and give him seafood, just to see his reaction. Alright, let's see. The Neptune platter. This'll be good. Oh no! Seafood! Haha! It's okay, you didn't have any way to know how much I hated seafood, and if it will help the tavern open again, I'll try some anyway. Munch, munch. Actually, this isn't bad. The pepper helps to counteract the fishy taste, and the seafood is pretty mild to begin with. I still won't order this properly, but I'll be sure to come to the tavern anyway. And I increased by 1. Now that I know what that's like, now it's time to figure out what it is that he really wants. And I know it's not the Neptune platter. Alright, so that leaves either the pork cutlet or the Mongolian beef. And I know that Brogan really likes meat. So which sounds meatier? Well, cutlet sounds like small, while Mongolian sounds really big. So I'm going to guess that Brogan's going to want the beef. So we'll give him the pork cutlet. Hey, you made me a pork cutlet! Oh wow! How did you know it was my favorite thing to order from the tavern? Time travel. Man, I can't wait to taste this. Chomp, munch, munch, munch. Mmm. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. Yum. This is fantastic. Not only will I be coming to the tavern to eat again, but I'm telling all of my friends how good the food over there is. You know, it's kind of interesting that we actually have to run around town feeding people. I thought that was an odd thing, but it makes sense that it would be to advertise the reopening of the restaurant. No, I couldn't eat another bite. I'll just go to the Cask and Anchor now that I know it's going to be open again. Alright, so 2 people down, 2 to go, and I know one of them is broken. So who is the last person that I need to feed? Oh, here we are, Tonk. I had a hunch it was her because she talks about eating rats, but I did not expect her to be a seafood person. What this? You say tavern will open soon, and you want Tonk to try dish from menu? Okay, Tonk hungry. But Tonk picky. Tonk no eat dirty man food. Tonk no eat animal who wallow in dirt. Well, that's useful information. So it's not that or that or that, so let's give her the Neptune platter. Oh wow! How you know Tonk love to eat sea creature? Yummy! It looks good. Tonk try. Chomp chomp chomp. Mmm, this good. Tonk love hot pepper on sea creature. Make Tonk hair wet though. Too much sweat. What? You know bring water for Tonk? Humph. Tonk have to go to tavern now and get water. And more fishy dish. You change name to mermaid platter though, okay? Alright, that was the right menu item. And the mermaid platter, that would be an interesting name. But I don't think that's going to be an option. I can tell why she wouldn't want to have the name changed though. Neptune platter, totally a guy name. Mermaid platter, totally a girl name. So all that leaves is Brogan, and for that I have to wait for it to become night enough. Thankfully it's almost night, so I won't have to wait too long. And as I go back and forth in these houses to wait for Brogan to appear, I can't help but notice that these 2 themes sound alike. Pretty much, RG Maker 3 has about, there's 8 particular songs where half of them share a melody with each other, which is pretty cool. So you can have like a certain overall theme for your game if you wanted. Anyway, let us feed Brogan. What? You want me to try some food? Okay, as long as it doesn't have skink root in it. You know me, I'm always hungry. Mongolian beef. Oh wow! You made Mongolian beef? You mean I'll be able to get that at the tavern again? Hot! Here, let me try that. Shovels huge bite into his mouth. Mmm. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. Chomp, 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 gulp. Ah, I love reading this dialogue. That's so good. Tell him over at the tavern to get it ready. I'm a-comin'. And increased by 10 again. Woohoo! I forgot to double check feeding the other person. Oh well. That's okay. Now that the tavern's going to be open again, I'll just go there and get something. And not right now, you aren't. I had to finish the quest. I know at least one of you is curious, and so am I, so let's go ahead and find out what happens if I try to feed Tonk again. Tonk come to tavern to eat later. Tonk no can eat more now. And there you go. Now let's finish the quest. And it just occurred to me that I forgot to check with her if she says different messages depending on how many people I feed. Oh well. Let joy be unconfined. I almost said unconfirmed, because who says unconfined? You've attracted 4 people for our big opening, so we should have some customers. And more importantly, now we can open. You know, I really gotta wonder, how is it that you make so many times beginning a sentence with a lowercase letter? I've seen it so many times in this game. How do you miss that? And more importantly, now we can open the shop again. Oh yes, by the way, here's a key to get into the restaurant. All customers have to be registered now, and each gets a key. Well, that's kind of lame. Is it like an exclusive club? Well, she's probably about to say, it's an unfortunate security measure. Security measure? We live in a town with like 20 people. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Award rank 1. Woohoo! Oh crap, I just realized I probably should have emptied my inventory a bit. In light of your unfaltering dedication to the cause of restoring the tavern to its former glory, I now award you with the following on behalf of the Cask and Anchor Tavern. A phone call for supper. And supper is leftovers. Cask and Anchor is sounding really good right about now. But anyway, we get the Supreme Cologne, Asher, and Healing Lamp. Plus 10 defense bonus. That's cool. So the Supreme Cologne is going to be a key item. Are the Asher and Healing Lamps consumable items? Thanks so much again for working so hard, and you are now part owner and honorary chef of the... Well, at least it gives me the option to toss something. What do I want to toss? Fine clothes. I'm not wearing my fine clothes anymore? Anyway, I'll toss that and reset. I'm gonna have to find a party member real quick and give him this item so that... or give him an item so that I have some room in my inventory. This is why limited inventory sucks. For those of you out there making an RPG with an inventory system, don't do what RPG Maker 3 does. Or at the very least, give us a bag to put on the side. Alright, I'm not going to do too much. I'm basically going to give the Sacred Tonfa to Seymour. Actually, while I'm at it... No, I can't equip the fine clothes. Who gets the fine clothes? Alright, what does the Tortoise Lamp do again? Physical defense up and protects from poison. Alright, either cure status. I'll give that to him too. The reason why I'm pointing this out is because Seymour can equip the Tonfa. The Sacred Tonfa, and that's going to increase his attack power by, once again, I cannot tell, but I assume it's locked. So let's see. 658 to 648. So he's going to be causing like 600 damage to enemies with a low enough defense. Alright, now let me head back, get into town, and get those items again, and we'll find out what the items she gave me do. By the way, regarding the Supreme Cologne, I decided since I knew I was going to be getting that, I undid the romantic quest altogether, because if I'm going to be forced to be wearing Supreme Cologne, I might as well use it for the whole quest and try for a rank 1 rating. Of course, I'm not going to show the whole quest all over again. I'm just letting you know I'm going to be getting a rank 1 rating for that. I find it funny that she calls this an unfaltering dedication to the cause of restoring the tavern. And I started this quest when I was 16, and 5 years have passed. Alright, so I got Azure Prime, which is a weapon with Smash. I guess that's a critical hit up. And it's really powerful, like a lot of these things are. And the Healing Lab, which recovers HP. 200 HP to your entire party. That's going to be useful. Now that we did that, let's go ahead and take a look at my new trophy. After I find out what happens if I quest her again. I just can't thank you enough for all you've gone through to help open the cask and anchor and save my job. In addition to your other awards, however, you will now receive a cut of the profits from the tavern each night. Oh, so that's why the game pauses whenever it turns nighttime. I've talked it over with the Tang family and they agree. Depending on how much publicity you raise for the tavern, you'll get anywhere from 25 to 100 gold each night. Nice. Now, do you say anything different from chatting? And the game paused there to double check whether I was grown up or not. Of course. And no, she doesn't actually say anything. So, let's go ahead and head back to my mansion and find out what the trophy I got is. You know, it just occurred to me. Had I not gotten the mansion when I did, I would not have known that I was getting these trophies. But I know that I'm getting these trophies. And this trophy is the Moyos Master Chef Award. Award rank 1. You can't tell it's a rank 1 trophy because limitations. But trust me, it is a rank 1 trophy. And then, one more thing before we call it quits for this week. Let's go ahead and check out the cask and anchor. Because that building has been bugging me this entire game. And I've been playing this game since November-ish. So yeah, it's been a long time coming. Let's go inside. Yep, people are here. Hey, it's Brogan. Well, hey there! I'm glad you stopped by the tavern today because it gets kinda lonely in here during lunch. This is dinner for me. Nothing like a glass of ale and a nice hot meal before bed. You should join me sometime. I mean, for the dinner part. Or... oh, never mind. Yeah, he doesn't say anything different. There's a treasure chest over there. I'm going to have to open that. I am a partly owner of this place, so I can get away with opening random treasure chests behind the clerk. Is she the clerk or the clerk? Whatever. Welcome! What can I do for you? Oh, she's a store owner. Who's shopping today? Probably the only person in the group. Alright, so there's my meals as well as other things. Interesting. I'm not sure what any of this stuff does, and I kind of don't really have room to find out. And since I'm always alone, I don't feel like it. But let's find out what's in this treasure chest. You open the chest and find a good holy metal inside. Aha, so that's for the quest that I will get from the church. we won't be doing that for a while. Instead, we're going to be returning to the romantic quest next week, so that I can get myself married with the Supreme Cologne. You know, what I'll probably do is, instead of wearing the cologne itself, I'll just wear the bottle at my side and just have the lid open. Then, even if I stink, at least I'm not wearing it. So yeah, next week, romantic quest. I'll see ya then.